So first we fill in the 3 and number 6, which is certain already. And then for this 13, it can only be addition because it's a prime number. And there's only one option, which is 6 and 7. So we can fill in straight away 6 and 7. Then for this 12, it can be either addition or multiplication. Addition, it can only be 7 or 5, but since there is a 7 here, so 7 cannot be used. And there's a 6 here, so 6 also cannot be used. So it can only be 4 and 3. And then for this 20 is definitely multiplication. So it's 5, 4. And since there's a 4 here, so we are sure here is a 5, 4. And then for this 21, it can only be multiplication, which is 7, 3, and 1. And since there is a 7 here and a 3 here, so it can only be 1 at the top. And then it will be a 2 here. And then 20 divided by 2 is 10, and 10 can only be 5 and 2, so we can fill in straight away 5 and 2. And then for this 12 is 4 and 3, and since there's a 3 here, so it will be 4 and 3, 3 and 4. Okay. And then for the 14 at the top left, it can only be multiplication. Since addition there is not enough, it cannot be 7 plus 7. So its multiplication is 7 and 2. And a 7 will be at the top row, so at the top left it will be a 2 and a 7. And then for this 13 is also can only be addition, so it's 6 and 7. And then for this 72, it can only be multiplication, and it is 8 times 9, but since there is no 8 and 9, so we have to split it out. So it's 6, 4, 3. And then it's the same for this multiply 72. So we know that here is 6, 4, 3, so the 6 here will be subtraction, so it's 7 and 1. So you can fill in 1, 7. And then there is left a 2 and a 5 at the last column. But since there's a 2 here, so it can only be 5 here. And there's a 4 here, so it can only be 6. Then a 2 at the bottom. So since for this multiply 72, there's a 3 here and a 6 here. So it can only be 4 here. And then a 6 and 3 here. So at this 10, there's only one choice left, which is multiplication, and it is 2 and 5. So it's 2 here, 5 here. And then for this column, we know there's still 1, 3, 7 left. And to form 6, there's only subtraction, which is 7 and 1. So we can fill in 1 and 7. And the bottom is 3. So it's suitable because there's a 2 at the side. It can form subtraction, 3 minus 2. Okay. And then for this row, there's already a 3 and a 4. A 3 and a 4. So it will be 6 here. And then for the 4, it can only be either addition or multiplication. But since there's a 2 here and a 2 here, so there's only one choice left, which is multiplication, and it's 1, 1, 4. Okay. 4. And here will be a 3, here will be a 4. And then for 140, there can only be multiplication. So it's 7, 5, and 4. Since there's a 7 here and a 4 here, so it will be a 5 here, a 7 here, and 4 here. So this 4 will be addition, which is 1 and 3. Since there's a 3 here, so it's 1, 3, and this will be 6, 3. And then the 6 at the bottom will be addition 2, and it is 1 and 5. And since there's a 1 here, so it's 5 and 1. And for this box, it will be a 4. And here is 7 and 3. Okay.
Wow. So, Kulihan, you are from
Zhongling, Penang one.
Penang, oh, my school. Okay, thanks, Kulihan. Very good.